Hey gorgeous, it's Ker-leen. Thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. In today's video, I am in a different location because I've been taking some time off. My family and I are currently on a little vacation, and that's basically been the reason I've been missing a little bit on the channel here. I will be back to my regularly scheduled program very soon, but your girl needed a little change of scenery and I couldn't be happier right now. So seeing that we are approaching summer season, probably already in summer season, I thought I would talk about some fragrances I've been loving on really hot days when you just want something refreshing, something rejuvenating, something bright, something uplifting, something that makes you feel clean and just ready to take on the day. These are some of the fragrances I have been absolutely loving. I have some Arabian, I have some designer, and I have some niche to talk about today. So if you're interested, please keep watching. Hey friend, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me for another one. If you're new here on this channel, I talk luxury, I do review videos, I share my fragrance journey, I sprinkle in a little bit of lifestyle, and in every single video, I do share some encouragement. So if any of those things sound like your cup of tea, then I would love to have you here. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and also be sure to turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when my videos drop. All right, let's get into it. The first fragrance I have here is Ethereal by Latafa. This is one of my most favorite new perfumes because it just makes me feel so ladylike. It is such a beautiful, ethereal, very bright fragrance that has this sort of luminescence to it. It just has this thing about it that makes me feel like I am in touch with nature. It definitely just has this sort of something to it. I'm not exactly sure how to explain it. It is just such a gorgeous fragrance. I absolutely love the packaging, and when I initially got this perfume, I thought this was going to be some sort of honey-based fragrance, but the packaging is deceiving in that way. It's not a honey fragrance at all. This fragrance is more like a bright, dewy floral fragrance with a vanillic undertone, and that is because this fragrance has a gorgeous orchid, a vanilla orchid. It also opens up very bright, very fresh with some passion flower and dewdrop, and that combination puts me in the mind of a water infused fruit. So something like a cantaloupe or a honeydew melon. And then on the dry down, you have another dose of vanilla and a very, very sophisticated amberwood. I love a good amberwood on my dry down because I feel like it elevates, instantly elevates a fragrance. So this one to me smells very bright and uplifting because of the dewdrop, but then that vanilla, which has gotten stronger the longer I've had this, by the way, it kicks in and then it gives you this just like silky smooth, creamy cashmere like vanilla on the dry down. Now this fragrance is said to be a dupe of Gucci Flora Gorgeous Orchid, and initially I did not think it was a dupe. Now that this has started to mature, the longer it's sat, the closer it is to that fragrance. I still don't think it's a dupe per se, but I think it's a fragrance that has a very similar note structure, and it definitely puts you in the mind of Gucci Flora Gorgeous Orchid. So if you wanted that fragrance but you weren't sure, I would say start with this one and see if you like this one. I do think the other one has more of an ozonic kind of airy open feel as compared to this fragrance, but if you enjoy one of them, you will definitely enjoy the other. This is Ethereal by Latafa. The next fragrance is Risalas Pure Ombre, and this one is a dupe for Xerjoff's Herba Pura. I say this is a dupe because it smells 98% similar. It's almost the exact same fragrance. So if you were not sure about Herba Pura, you didn't want to spend the money, maybe you just want to try out this DNA before you invest in the real thing, this is going to give you bang for your buck. It's definitely a great value and it smells absolutely fantastic. Not to mention the performance on this is incredible. So this one opens up with citruses. This fragrance is just so good. As a matter of fact, I haven't left for the day. We're about to head out. I think this might be my scent of the day. It just smells so good. It's like a fresh, vibrant is the perfect word to describe this one. This one smells vibrant. It's a fresh, vibrant citrus with a candy-like undertone, and it's a head-turning fragrance. It's definitely attention-grabbing while remaining very fresh and very uplifting. This is one that also smells expensive to my nose. So this one has vanilla and amber at the base as well, and that vanilla and amber combination together with the musk Oh my goodness, the dry down is amazing. Not only that, this fragrance will be on your clothes after you wash them. So after they come out of the wash, you will still catch traces of this on your fabric. That's how potent and long lasting this one is. I think this is a moderate to high projecting fragrance as well. And so if you're an oversprayer, people are going to know you have arrived before they see you. This is Rosala's Pure Ombre. This next one is a designer fave. This is a repurchase for me. That's how much I absolutely love this fragrance. It is so good, and I get compliments on this one every single time I have it on, not to mention it is extremely long lasting. This is Valentino's Donna Born and Roma Coral Fantasy. This is an oldie but goodie, and this is what I would call a timeless, fresh, fruity summer fragrance. I think people are going to enjoy this fragrance and this DNA for a long time. I definitely consider this a classic fragrance. It opens up with a gorgeous, juicy kiwi note and an orange note. And while I don't think the kiwi is like this super realistic kiwi, it's definitely a beautifully done kiwi note. It is something that I haven't smelled in fragrances before, so I do think this fragrance does have a uniqueness to it, but it's also very mass appealing. It's very easy on the nose, very pleasant, and definitely a compliment getter. What I absolutely love about this fragrance is at the mid, there's an ambrette. And that musk, I feel like, is so intoxicating. It has this sort of pull to it. And I feel like I get that same experience whenever I smell ambrette in a fragrance. It's a different kind of musk. It's more of a skin-like musk as compared to some of the other musk notes in fragrances. This is fruity, it's fun, it's playful, it's juicy. It has this really unique kiwi accord while also being sexy. At the base, you have white musk and cedar. And so this fragrance has a very crisp, clean edge to it, and there's also a little bit of a powdery feel to this fragrance on the dry down. So this opens up very juicy, fruity, sweet, very fresh. I also think it's probably subtly soapy. It has that gorgeous exotic kiwi note, which gives it a tropical feel. There are florals in here, but the florals I feel like balance the fragrance as opposed to competing with the kiwi. And then this fragrance dries down with a fresh, soft, powdery, and musky feel. This is one of my absolute favorite fragrances. It smells so good. It smells like a designer fragrance, right? But it also has something unique about it. I wore this to a hot mat Pilates class, and the friend that I was with really liked this fragrance. She complimented me on it. This is one that's like a drink of water on a really hot day. This is Valentino Donna Born and Roma Coral Fantasy. This next one also gives that fruity and sweet and fresh feel. It also has a tropical vibe to it. It's all of that. So it's a tropical, fruity, sweet, juicy fragrance, but make it luxury. This is Ellis Brooklyn's Miami Nectar. Miami Nectar opens up with a juicy pineapple, a refreshing coconut water. I love coconut water in like my smoothies. So this opens up with those fresh and tropical elements, but this fragrance also has a greenness to it, and it has a woodiness to it. There's a palm leaf at the top, and then at the base you have two kinds of woods. You have the amberwood again here, which I feel adds to that luxurious feel. And then you have a driftwood, which I'm not completely familiar with, but there are two woods at the base of this fragrance. So this is definitely woody, especially as it starts to dry down. It gets creamy and it gets woody. And while those tropical notes are not quite as prominent on the dry down, they still linger a little bit. At the mid of this fragrance, you have a lily of the valley, or a muguet, which is another very water-like floral accord. And then you have frangipani, which adds to the tropical feel of this fragrance. And frangipani is like this really thick, lush floral. So this one, y'all, if you want to smell incredible on vacation in the evenings, this one smells so refined, so polished, so sophisticated. It's not overly juicy, so it doesn't come across as juvenile. Instead, it comes across as very grown up and just very put together. So after you put on that incredible outfit and you're ready to head out to dinner, this is the perfect compliment. This is Miami Nectar by Ellis Brooklyn. So speaking of luxurious, refined, a very expensive smelling perfume, this next one is Opulent Dubai by Latafa. What I absolutely love about this fragrance is it opens up with one of my favorite fragrance notes, and that fragrance note lingers throughout the wear. It opens up with mango, then there's some grapefruit, there's ginger in the opening of this, and lemon. So very fresh, very bright, and that's something else I love about this fragrance. It stays very bright and open and very fresh feeling the entire wear. This is another one that I received a compliment for the last time I wore it. At the mid, you have some florals and a cedarwood, and then at the base, you have ambergris, which is a note I feel adds to that very open feel. There's benzoin and woods at the base, as well as an oak moss. So the combination of those base notes is what I feel makes this fragrance smell so expensive. So that ambergris, I feel like gives this fragrance this animalic and almost like salty feel, which again makes this one feel very refreshing. This definitely evokes thoughts of being at the beach or being on a boat on the ocean. That's what I feel when I wear this fragrance. It just feels expensive, refined, and refreshing. This is one that also lasts incredibly long on the clothes, and this is one that I go nose blind to. So I tend to overspray this one, but people can smell this on me even when I don't smell it very strongly on myself. To give you just a little idea of the projection on this one, it definitely projects at more than an arm's length, because when I've had it on, people can smell me even when I felt like it wasn't projecting like crazy. This is Latafa's Opulent Dubai. All right, gorgeous. It has gotten a little bit noisy over here. There's a lot going on. It's daytime. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the video up here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a like on your way out. And if you enjoy fragrance content, I make a lot of fragrance content on this channel, and I think you will love it here. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss another video. Before I go today, I wanted to share something that I read this morning. I was reading scripture this morning, and God really downloaded into my heart the power of the tongue. One of the scriptures talks about how out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And then in another scripture, it talks about just the power of the tongue and how we as humans cannot control something that is so small. And it just reminded me that it's important for me to monitor what I am consuming and monitor where I'm at internally and mentally, because out of the abundance of my heart, the mouth will speak. So if I am meditating on reading, consuming things that are good, things that are positive, things that are uplifting, my internal temperature, so how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, is going to reflect that. And as a result, that is going to flow from my mouth. Those are the things that are going to come out of my mouth when I speak to others. So I just wanted to remind you to kind of take the temperature just to see, what are your thoughts like? What goes through your mind during the day? What are you consuming? What are you listening to? And consider whether it's reflective of what you want to come out of you, to flow out of you when you interact with people every single day. I will be over here doing the exact same thing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one very soon. Mwah!